Hello everyone and welcome to Power Rangers Stories. Here I bring you the untold and what could have been stories. So sit back, relax and get ready to listen to some more phenomenal adventures. Also don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell to get notifications on the latest videos. And may the power protect you. Izuku Yagi, the Green Ranger. Chapter 42, Putting the Team Together. You did? Where is she? Izuku asked. She's on the moon. We picked up some strange energy waves coming from there, and we saw her there through the viewing globe, said Kimberly. Let's go get her then, said Izuku. It's not that simple. We believe she's still under the control of the Green Psycho Ranger. She could be incredibly powerful and dangerous. The only way to stop her is to fight fire with fire, or in other words, fight a Green Ranger with other Green Rangers, said Tommy. What do you mean? Asked Izuku. I've contacted every other Green Ranger here on Earth to help us fight Izumi. Plus a few others. I'm also gonna be joining you, said Tommy. But how? The only Green Ranger you've ever been is the Mighty Morphin one. And that's currently my form, Dad, said Izuku. Zordon and Ninjor found a way to temporarily duplicate the Green Ranger power coin and morpher, so we'll both be Mighty Morphin Green. Now let's start planning the attack, said Tommy. A few days later, Izuku and Tommy arrived at a plane hangar on the outskirts of Japan, where Adam, Trip, a bunch of other guys, and one girl the same age as Izuku were. Izuku, you already know Adam and Trip. They're gonna be going as the Green Zeo Ranger and the Green Time Force Ranger, said Tommy. Good to see you again, Izuku, said Adam. Hey, green hair buddy, said Trip. This is Carlos Veilroot, I told you about him before. He's mainly the Black Space Ranger, but for this mission he's gonna be going back to the Green Turbo Ranger, said Tommy. Nice to meet you, Izuku, said Carlos. I thought the Space Rangers were away on a secret mission, said Izuku. I was allowed to take a temporary leave of absence to help you save your sister, said Carlos. This is Damon Henderson. He's the Green Lost Galaxy Ranger, said Tommy. Hey, kid, said Damon. The guy in the cowboy hat is Joel Rawlings. He's the Green Lightspeed Rescue Ranger, said Tommy. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Izuku, said Joel as he tipped his hat off. This is Cameron Watanabe. He's the Green Samurai Ranger for the Ninja Storm Rangers, said Tommy. Nice to meet you, Izuku. You can just call me Cam, said Cam. This is Xander Bly. He's the Green Mystic Force Ranger, said Tommy. Cheers, mate, said Xander. This is Mike. He's the Green Samurai Ranger for the Samurai Power Rangers, said Tommy. What's up, Izuku? Asked Mike. This is Jake Halling. Green Super Mega Force Ranger. As well as the Black Mega Force Ranger occasionally, said Tommy. Nice to meet you, kid, said Jake. This is Izzy Garcia. Green Dino Fury Ranger. She's a part of the newest Ranger team, said Tommy. Hi, Izuku, said Izzy. This is Ziggy Grover. He's the Green RPM Ranger, said Tommy. Hey, Izuku, said Ziggy. And this is Riley Griffin. Green Dino Charge Ranger, said Tommy. Nice to meet you, Izuku, said Riley. I didn't know there was an RPM team and a Dino Charge team, said Izuku. There isn't. At least, not in our universe, said Tommy. We're from other universes. In my universe quirks don't exist. And dinosaurs never went extinct either, said Riley. Quirks don't exist in my universe either. And the world was once ruled by an evil AI called Vengix, said Ziggy. Suddenly, a portal opened up. And out came a man with brown hair and wearing a green and gray uniform of some sort. Bridge. What are you doing here? Asked Xander. I came back in time to help you all, said the man. Who is this? Asked Izuku. This is Bridge Carson. He's a Power Ranger from the future who we've worked with a few times before, said Tommy. You're Izuku Oliver. You're Eri, Tommy, and Kimberly's dad, said Bridge. Eri's my daughter. But I'm not Tommy and Kimberly's dad, Tommy's my dad, and Kimberly's my mom, said Izuku. No, I mean. Never mind. Sorry. Spoilers. Forget I said anything, said Bridge. Why are you here, Bridge? Asked Tommy. Well, like I said, I'm here to help you all. The battle you're about to fight in was one of the most legendary battles in Ranger history. But the history books say there were 15 Green Rangers who went up against Psycho Green, not 14. The organization I'm a part of, SPD, believes that it's one of their Green Rangers who goes back in time to help the other Green Rangers. So they sent me back here. I'm actually the SPD Red Ranger, but I started out as the SPD Green Ranger. I'm gonna temporarily be going back to that Ranger form to help you all, said Bridge. He then held up the SPD Green Ranger morpher. I borrowed this from Tommy. I mean, a friend of mine. And I'm here to join the fight, said Bridge. Well, we could definitely use the extra help, said Tommy. So how are we gonna get to the moon? Asked Izuku. The lights in the back of the hangar turned on, and they saw a giant spaceship. The Astro Megaship Mk3. It's the ship I took to get here to Earth. We'll be flying it to the moon, said Carlos. Now let's go save Azumi, said Tommy. They got in the ship and took off to the stars. While they waited to reach the moon, they all sat in the meeting room of the ship. Tommy pulled up a couple of holograms for them all to see. One was a picture of a group of 5 people, and one was a picture of the Psycho Green Ranger. Here's all the info we have on Psycho Green. The Psycho Green Ranger was once a Green Ranger named Trek. He was from the planet Zybria and a part of the Supersonic Power Rangers. One day, he betrayed his team and got them all killed, then he was recruited by Dark Spectre and became the Psycho Green Ranger. In the year 1869, he was sent by Dark Spectre to release Rita Repulsa from her prison on the moon, but the defense cannon Zordon set up had shot his ship down, putting him in hypersleep. Then, 100 years later when Neil Armstrong first set foot on the moon, it awoke in Psycho Green from his nap. Zordon then recruited the original team of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to stop Psycho Green. They were able to destroy the Psycho Green Ranger, but most of them ended up sacrificing their lives to do so. We've learned that Lord Draken was able to get his hands on what was left of Psycho Green's power, and he gave it to Azumi. We believe that Trek's conscious was stored in the Psycho Green powers, and now he's controlling Azumi. So now it's our job to save her, said Tommy. A few minutes later, they landed on the moon. Carlos was about to open the airlock. Wait. How will we be able to breathe? Asked Izuku. There's an oxygen field that was set up on this part of the moon a long time ago. We'll be fine, said Tommy. They stepped foot outside and readied for battle. Suddenly, Psycho Green landed in front of them. Looking for me, said Psycho Green in a dark and terrifying voice. Give me back my sister, demanded Izuku. Come and get her, said Psycho Green. The Rangers pulled out their morphers. You guys ready? Asked Izuku. Hell yeah, said the other Green Rangers. It's morphin' time, shouted Tommy. That's it for chapter 42 of Izuku Yagi, the Green Ranger. I'll be having a lot more of this series out soon, continuing the Izuku Yagi story. Remember, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on the bell and check the description for more information. As always, may the power protect you and see you for the next adventure.